Good morning. It's starting to snow out. Apparently we're getting a storm. So I ended up bringing the snowblower home. We're gonna put on the 6140 though. The other day I took the 6140 down there and the blocks were in, and it was just the 3-point was too wide. So 6410, I know the blower's been on, so we just brought it home, and we're gonna take the time and get it situated on my tractor. And if I use it this year, sweet. If I don't, it's not gonna hurt anything. I can't have it hooked at 6410 all the time just because we use this tractor constantly. So that's going to be the game plan. And we got the hood off the Massey. Side panels, exhaust. So we're gonna put some mufflers on this bad boy. You can see this line right here. I think I said there was a leak. So this line was actually loose, but you can see it's getting frayed pretty bad. So we're gonna replace this particular hydraulic line and this hydraulic line. And we are just going to go check for leaks when we're done with those lines, and this tractor can go back together and it should be ready to go. That's the game plan. So we'll get this unhooked right here, and we'll start bringing this tractor over, get it in front, all that fun stuff. So you can see we are slowly getting this polished. Coming up pretty nice actually. So one's hitting it with a certain pad to get the roughness off. It's coming along pretty good. And we'll end up at about 2000 grit and we'll have shininess. Glass top and done. And now clean all the areas. Be a little tight getting it to where we want to be without opening the door. Don't need to lay more heat out than we have to. There we go, pretty close. We are officially hooked up. Wow, that was really zoomed in. We got to do some work here. This camera, I like it, but I got to do some more figuring. So, anyways, yes, we are hooked up. I got sidetracked yesterday, and here we are. Everything works out good. With this tractor, I said before, you have to put spacers in here to take up that space. I had to put these spacers in the mill because in this tractor wanted to be too far out. I didn't video any of that, but that's what happened there. I went to John Deere and they wanted like, for the thin ones, they wanted like $130 a piece, and for the ones that were in this, anyways, it's just silly expensive, and they didn't have them, so I ended up just milling them down, and this should be, there'll be hardly any sway, so that's what we want. So we're going to get out there and move a little snow. Now that we are done, time to clean her off again. washed up. Owen is just doing some finesse work with the bucket, scraping snow away. We're gonna put this thing away. We'll start working on the massey. So we're just going to pull this line off because it's frayed. I thought there was 2 lines frayed, but I think there's going to be one. Yeah, that hurt. I figured as much it would. Okay, we'll get a little something there to catch the oil. So I'm sure you can hear the pressure washer going. Owen is cleaning the 6410. Removing snow for today. Just a little drippage. Alright, can't fix for now. Okay, now here's the line here. We got to get into that spot there. I wish your hands were smaller some days. There we go. Aha, we win. Winning. I'm going to MFE right now. My truck is in getting service done, so they gave me this ZR2 with the 6.2 liter. I'll show you inside. It's kind of nice. It's got all that yellow stitching, kind of that fancy leather with the it's not gonna lie to you, not 6.2 liter, lots of jam. Whew. We've had other 6.2 liters with smaller tires, but with the lift kit on this truck and the more aggressive tires, this thing is a lot thirstier than my little diesel, so I prefer the little diesel over this truck. Personal opinion. Anyways, we'll go get these parts. So I guess what I was trying to say is my buddy has LTZ Chevy, pretty much identical to this truck as in motor wise, but it doesn't have these aggressive tires, and it gets a lot better mileage than this particular truck with the 6.2. I guess that's all I'm trying to get at. So I wouldn't be afraid of the 6.2, but if you see the ZR2 with the 6.2, because of the tire lift, in my opinion, I could be wrong, the tire size and the lift, this thing is thirsty. We got the goods. We're back at the farm. Let's start installing. All right, I got it routed in. Oh, she's hard. Well, we tighten it up, we'll get this side on. Oh, you fell over. You'll be all right. You'll all be all right. Tick, tick. Seems to be all right. And tighten this. So obviously we got the line routed, and we're gonna make sure it's not touching anything. So I'm actually gonna use two hands, shut you guys off. So I'm going to hold that in that position so it doesn't touch anything when any of these pieces move. And we're gonna give that a good grease. And then I'm gonna start this baby up. We're gonna pull it outside, let it run for a good half hour. We're gonna check for leaks, make sure there is no leaks, pull it back here, and we'll start changing oil. So if you thought this thing was loud before, with no exhaust, period, she's really loud. So she's back in the shop. That leak that I pointed out, I tightened that fitting up and it appears we should be good to go. I gave this a quick wash while I was out there because there was just some dripping oil in places. So I'll have to let that water dry and double check, but I think we're gonna be okay for leaks. Looks like we might have a leak around the speedo or the tachometer. I missed that gross spot right there with the pressure washer. Anyways, before we put the hood back on, we'll definitely give this thing one more wash. Try to get the grease out of it. We got to change the fuel filters. So we'll drop the oil, and then we'll do the fuel filters, etc. Oil on the seal. Have cleaned the surface. A little more white. Just clean me. Put her on. Next one. And there's a big controversy. Do you fill the filter? Don't you fill the filter? I don't fill the filter. And actually it shows you right on the filter, do not fill with oil. So you're just supposed to, step 1, wipe clean. Step 2, put oil on the seal. Step 3, put on. Step 4, tighten. It says do not fill and do not over tighten. And if you fill your filter, good for you. It doesn't matter to me. It's your tractor, this is mine. Okay, filters are on. I'm just gonna keep letting that drain because it's lunchtime, and we'll come back after lunch and put oil into it, and that will be the oil service. And as I said before, we'll do filters for the diesel. All right, before we go to lunch, we'll write the hours down on these filters so I can physically look at it later in life. So, 4. It is G 2023. There we are. That way we know when it was changed last. Some people have books. One day I'll get there. But I find if you write them on the filters, it's actually more of a reminder just to kind of keep an eye as you walk by. Oh, hey, look at that, for any tractor. When it's in a book, you got to kind of flip through and think about it, in my opinion. Back from lunch. That is well drained. Okay, put oil in her. Coming in. Good? Yep. No, you cannot. She's just reaching. This is.
Yeah, the jack drive's dry around it.
So
I do see some, like in the deep corners around, I don't know if that's old or...
I just watched these. I just watched this. Along with a lot of other tools that are supposed to be in here or the other one, they just get walked around. In case you're wondering, we're talking about a nice funnel that only found for this shop, and we can't find it. We're just trying to decide where it is. It's probably in the other shop. She needs another gallon. So I have never changed a filter on a Massey before in my life. So it's first for everything. So by the looks of it, I think we can drain it. And then we will unscrew the bolt that will allow everything to drop, put the new one in, and it should be the same as the 806. I think you just bleed it out till diesel comes, you put your bolt back in, and it should run. But that is all an assumption. And I'm sure somewhere there's some literature on that. But we're just guessing. Okay. I'm gonna assume I gotta connect the bolt at the top. That's interesting. Let me try this again. And there we are. Just gotta let some air into the system. Okay, here's the plug. Don't know if I have a big enough container. So I got the first one empty and we're just finishing draining the second one. And yeah, like I said, so we had to take off that air bleed to let obviously air in so we can drain. And we'll take these bolts off the top. And this is all an assumption. I'm sure some people know how to do this. I'm just kind of going with what I gather from what I see. Okay, so we're just gonna loosen this body. Like I said, I'm not too sure what's gonna happen because I've never done one of these before. We're leaking a little bit more than I wanted to. I didn't quite empty that one. We'll see. Be easier if you guys would stick as you're supposed to. You know? You know? There we are. Looks decent. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Apparently let it empty right out, don't get impatient. We'll just get both off. Out of it. We only got a little bit of a mess, so I'm gonna smell like diesel for the rest of the night. There we are. Gaskets. Oh, there's some gaskets got left in. Gotta get the gaskets out. There we are. Alright. 2 new gaskets. Little one. Oops. Drop it. Oh God. Ring. Okay, everything is clean. Let's have a little peek-a-boo. So I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen here. So check this out. So I go, or I don't know if you guys can see me or not. There we are. Okay, so So when I went to go get these filters, this number didn't register on their computer. And so actually they gave me another filter first and it was shorter than this one. I said I need a longer one, so this is a long filter. I think we might need a longer one yet, or shorter bolt. You guys can't see squat from that angle. Anyways, we are just going to nicely put this up in there. Definitely retrofitted. Because, as you can see, that's not gonna fucking work. Oh, there's always some kind of issue. I know what's gonna happen. I'm still going to try tightening it up, but I know that this is not going to. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm, nope, dead right. Yeah. Okay, so we either need the shorter bolt or longer filter. Okay, it's all coming together. There we go. So this is the stock part number that's supposed to go on, which is quite a bit shorter than what I got over there. Not quite as long as the long ones that they thought was on it. So we're just gonna roll with it. So I just gotta take this spacer out and put that in. And I can clearly see, now I see what's going on. So they've cut this line and extended with rubber to make the height. Anyways, we're gonna put the short ones back in for now. And then in the future, I will have to find the part number that cross references with this. But the place that the place that I go to get my filters for this stuff, they're only 15 minutes away, and they keep this stuff in stock, so there's no reason to go some off-brand, not really off-brand, but just something that they don't have in stock is not really going to help me out when I need it. So back to stock it is. I'll get the other one on. We'll see if we can get this thing rolling. So I got super sidetracked. Anyways, just bring my stool over here. Long story short, we installed these. Now, there's water all over here because I took it out and washed it. But we left that air plug out, which I assume you can see there's different fittings to go in here, but we left that out. This is the primer right here, and you just bring it all the way to the top till it stops. You gotta keep priming. I probably primed for 10 minutes to fill these two little guys up, and it took 3 different tries, but you should start now with the first try. Anyways, we had oil pressure when I checked. Everything went well. That's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you like, subscribe, have a good one, peace.